Good morning and welcome to the craft room. I'm Ellie Barnes. I'm glad you can join me this morning on this beautiful Easter morning. I just look out my window and I think it's delightful out there. I can't wait to get out and enjoy the sunshine today and spend some time with my family over Easter. And I'm sure you're all the same. So we won't stick at this too long today. I've created up a little card that I think is a bit of fun. It's a little bit different. It's not quite the traditional Easter look, but it's a bit of fun, and I think we'll get straight into it. So I'm actually going to make sure we're going live in the right place so everyone can find me, because there's nothing worse than me getting this quite wrong and putting us into the wrong spot. Looks like we're there, so I'm going to flip us around and get us down to the desk, and we're going to get started on this card. And as I said, it's a little bit different. I'm using a stamp set that doesn't really belong in the Easter set, and I think it works really well. So let's just give this a go. I'm getting more used to it. Keeps talking to me about different things, asking for different things. Come on, let's get focused. That looks pretty good to me. Yes, that's looking good. I think we can get straight into it today. I might be getting better at this. Now, I'm going to start with this stamp set, and it's called Lighting the Way. And I actually like these leaves, and I'm going to use them. I was inspired by another card I saw. So I'm going to start. I've got anything prepared here. So you'll see how everything is done in today. Sometimes I have it a bit prepared, but today it's not going to take us too long just to go through. So we're just going to cut the cardstock as our normal size, which is in half, and the halfway mark is 14.8. And this wonderful new trick that I've learnt, when I grab my bone folder, I'll put it away, to turn the card over down the corner here. Make sure everything is right down into, we can do it up the top here. We can do it either top or bottom, but I want to make sure you can see. So we're pushing all the pieces into the corner and getting it flat, and that way we've got the perfect halfway point for our card, and none of this millimetre out and the two sides over here don't match. They do perfectly. And I often just go across where the cutting has happened on the top there, because sometimes you get a little ridge. So there's our card base. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take two stamps out of this set, these two leaf stamps that I said. And I'll just mount them up onto blocks. Don't need any dirty marks on my block. We'll put that aside. And I'm going to use the same colour cardstock, Inca's cardstock, which is Lost Lagoon. I'll bring in a stamp mat, but I'm also going to bring in a scrap of paper, because I need to stamp off. Now, it's going to look a little bit messy, but that's what I want. So I'll start with this one. We might put that way. So I'll just stamp off on there, and I'm just going to use the lighter image all the way across. And then I'm going to use this one a bit lighter. And I'm not too fussed where they're going. I'm just sort of intermixing them. So I've got a little bit of a background there, but now I'm going to use full strength as well. And I want some down here too. And I'm going to use a couple of these full strength as well, just because I just want this to be a bit of a wild field of flowers or you know, somewhere where Easter Bunny could have left and hidden an egg. And that's the look I'm going for. So I'm going to leave that like that, and we'll pop that aside. We'll bring back in a couple of pieces. I'm going to cut out an egg out of this. So this is where I'm mixing it all up. I've grabbed, I'm not going to use the Excellent Eggs stamp set, so that goes to the side, but I am going to use the dies. And just using two. Oh, I want the biggest egg, and I want one of these. So, and I should have cut a few out beforehand, but we'll bear with me while I do it. It still won't take us that long. How's your Easter going? Is everyone having a lovely time? Did you have a peaceful day yesterday, or were you rushing around getting things done? I'll just cut a bit off that so I can get that through. My Easter has been a tad busy. I was just making sure the comments are there. If anyone wants to speak, send me a message. Now, we'll just pop one of these on. We'll get a big egg out of this one. And I want to get a few of these. So we'll pop this one down here so that it goes through at a different moment. Get that in there. So, just quick and easy today. We're just going to we have our egg, and we have one zigzag strip, which I will poke out because I want to use the egg thing again. Take that off for a minute. I'm just going to, we're going to chop open our egg. And I'll just get it on the right angle so it's reasonably straight. Would be nice. And let's get this through. Oh, it's, again, my arm's still not strong, but my shoulder, but we've got that through. So now we have our egg cut in half. We do have a yellow strip, but we're not going to use that. So we'll just pop that to the side. If I can get it out. And we're going to pop this to the side for a minute with our orange strip. And I do need to quickly cut 4 more orange strips. And you're probably wondering, you guessed it, we're going to decorate our egg. So, another one out of here. Just pull that out. I just use my pick to start the end. We probably can get another one here. If I can get him, persuade him to sit still. And one more. I know, a bit boring watching this, but once we've done this, it's the last of this, using the cut and emboss machine. So, get that one out. I'll just move this out of the way. pull this one out. Come through. So on my Easter egg today, he's already open, as you can see. I'm going to put some little decorations on. So we don't need a lot of glue. I'm just putting a little bit on the back there. One of the reasons people don't like yucky glue, I've discovered, is they use too much of it and it leaks all over the side. Now that's leaked a little bit, it was a bit much at the start. And we're going to put another one on underneath because we want a bright egg for someone to find in the field of grass. I'll leave those to dry before I trim them. And we're going to put a couple of stripes across the top too. Do you still do Easter egg hunts? They're the most exciting thing in this household. The Easter bunny leaves them all over the yard. It can take quite a while to find what he's left. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, I am lining all these zigzags up together with the zigzag on the end. Now, while they're drying, we're going to create, oh, I didn't get any white paper out. We can grab a little piece of white paper. That bit of scrap will do. And we're going to grab the Easter bunny set that came out last year. And I love these bunnies. And this one's got a punch that you can cut it out. And you've got your little legs and things. It's a great little set. So we're going to use this little Easter bunny today. He reminds me of a chocolate rabbit. So I'm going to just line him up on my block. And I'm going to stamp him in crumb cake because here's my little chocolate rabbit. And I undenied, but I've decided I will colour him in. Now, I've got with me, this is my blends. I love my blends, as you know. This is my Petal Pink Light. And I like to put Petal Pink Light on his ears, on his nose, and his little bits on his feet. Oh, we don't have to do his feet. We're not going to see them. You'll see why in a minute. Got carried away there. And I'm going to colour him in light crumb cake because I don't want him too dark. I mean, I know he should be a bit darker if he's actually a real chocolate bunny, but we're not going to have him as a real chocolate bunny. He's just going to peek out of the egg, if you haven't guessed already. We'll do a bit round the ears. I love that little folded over ear. It would be great for Easter memory keeping, Mandy. You're right. There's so much that Stampin' Up has that could go from cards to memory keeping. And I tend to like to soften just towards the edge of the face a bit with my colour lifter. Now this little bunny does not have a punch or a die, but he's not too hard. And I'm cutting his feet off for a reason, because we're not going to see his feet. That's why we didn't colour them. And I'm just going to quickly, well, as quickly as I can, cut round. Fussy cut is him out. He's not too hard. And he doesn't have, you know, you don't have to stress and make everything perfect when it's a handmade card. I find, I used to stress and go, oh, that just doesn't look 100% there. The white around my fussy cutting isn't as even as I'd like it. And then I realised it doesn't matter, because this is handmade. It's supposed to have a few little errors in it. One of the things I learnt recently is the Amish in America, when they make a quilt, they actually put a fault deliberately in the quilt. And I think that's fantastic. And that's to show that it's handmade. Now, there's our little bunny. And let's do a quick snip here. Now, I just cut from underneath, so then you can see where you need to cut. I'll just put all these messy bits on the side here. I'll clean them up later. So you can see exactly your cutting line here. Right. So we have our bunny, we have our egg, and we need a greeting. And I'm just going to take our paper again, we'll pop our stamp set over there, and I'm going to cut a 2.5 centimetre slice. I would have thought I had some, but all the ones I've got, oh no, it's 1.5 centimetres, I'm sorry, 1.5. 2.5 will be way too big. I thought I had some. Now, I'm going to line that up. I need the bunny. I want the happy Easter out of this. And I'm just going to make sure that 1.5 will fit. It will. It will. We might make it 2, actually. I'm starting to 2. I might make it a little bit more generous. And we'll pop all these aside. Oh, and before we get rid of our cutting trimmer, I need a piece that is 10.5 centimetres. This is our basic vellum, and I'm not sure if you can see it. If I put it on the back of the card, you'll see it has this beautiful leaf pattern on it. And I think it'll work perfect for what I'm doing. And I'm going to make it 7 centimetres. So that's going to go in our pile of things. This can go away. We don't need that again. Let's get our stamp mat back. And I pulled out it Happy Easter. Where did I put it? I do this. I do this all the time. And I've put it down somewhere. And I can't find it. Oh, don't do it as much on camera, but I did it today. Did I leave it on? Sometimes I leave them on here. No, they're not. It's not there. Oh, staring me in the face over here. Found it. It's part of, I think, one of the mental exercises in card making and crafting is not only, let's line it up on here. I just line the words up on it, one of these dotted grid lines, and the block with one of the straight lines, and it's stuck to the thing. And that way I've got a straight die. And we're going to use Coral Calypso to go with the Coral Calypso on our egg. And I'm just going to stamp at the end here, Happy Easter. All our stamping's done now. We'll get rid of the stamp mat. I'm going to trim this slightly. And I'm going to put it inside this. It's just over, so I'm going to, should have been 1.9, but that's all right. I can see here the end, hopefully you can. I've just got trimming the end off like that, just so that it's not a straight line. This punch, which is called the Happy Labels punch, I've got a little green sticker on it now, and that tells me that this punch will be continuing on into the new catalogue, which is good news. So that's easy, and that's another item that'll be great for if you're using the memory keeping, because it will be great for making labels as long as you want. Oh, if I've run out of dimensionals. Well, I haven't run out. I've run out of them on their sheets, and I'm not going to pull out a new pack today. So let's just put some dimensionals on the back of here, and I'm just going to use these edge pieces. Oh, and one of the things I have to remember before I put too many edge pieces on here, I might pull that off, I need to stick our bunny on. So let's put a little bit of glue on down the bottom. This card will be made in no time. And we're just going to stick him about there. So he's just peeking out of our egg. Okay? While he dries, I'll put some dimensionals on this one too. These can go on here. You don't waste anything when you're trying to craft, because it all does add up if you can keep reusing things or using up every little bit of it. It will help you keep your costs down. Now I'm going to pull all that off because I think we'll need most of it. We need to, don't want a floppy bunny. And we'll put one down there. And I need a little bit on here. And I've got a bit left, so I'll just make sure our bunny sits upright. Now, we will need a bit of that in a minute, but let's get these things. I'm going to first put my egg onto the vellum. And so we'll just pull these off. And pop them down like so. And this bit of the egg, again, we're going to pull these off. And I'm trying to join it up so down here, down the side, so it looks like the egg's popping open. Now that I've put it on the vellum, I can turn the vellum over and know that I can put glue anywhere behind here and it won't show. So I'm putting glue behind my bunny, behind the egg, behind this egg. Now what I did notice when I did a little practice run, that it needed a little job of glue up there. And how I do that, this is just a bit of scrap paper. I've just done a little job there, and I'm just going to smooth it out, and I'm trying to keep it where the leaves are printed so that there's no big hunk of glue underneath, but there's a bit of stickiness. And when I put this over the card, oh, and I've made it too long, so I'll trim it. I don't know why I made it too long. Oh, I might have used the wrong piece. That's all right. We can trim it. So that's just going to go there. And I'll just trim that edge bit off. So there's our little bunny sitting there. And this will settle down when it's been in the envelope and that. So don't stress. And we're just going to put a little bit of glue on the end there and a dimensional on that end. And I'm just going to stick that across there. And then just to put some bling on, because it's not my card without any bling, I'm using these rainbow backed adhesive gems. And I'm going to use 3 little yellow ones popping out of the egg. You're on me now, I've got gluey fingers. So 1, 2, oh no, it's popped up there. 3. And then down here in the grass, just to highlight our our greeting, I'm just going to put 3 there. So, yeah, that'll do. And that's it. Now, inside the card I haven't done with you, but I would, well, I can quickly show you what I would do. And I would do this to the envelope too. Here's a piece of cardstock. We'll quickly whip this up. This won't take a minute. I would simply cut it at 1/2 centimetre smaller than the card. And I'm going to take, and I'm just going to do this quickly. I would take my bunny rabbit and I'd just stamp him on there and I'd glue him into the card like so. So that's why you've got this, something inside the card, and I would put the same on the envelope as well so that we don't have a naked inside card of the card or a naked envelope. So that's my bunny for today, my little bit different, not as traditional Easter in the sense that I've gone out with different colours and different look. Hope you enjoyed that today. Thank you, Mandy. I love it too. It's a little bit different. Now, let me just pop you back up to me. Hopefully we can get this to work. Oh, we've got to... I'm learning this, aren't I? You get to see the wall occasionally. That's all right. We work it through. Oh, there you go. That looks a bit better. You don't want too much roof, do you? Well, I'm glad you could join me for this, and I'm looking forward to catching up with you next Saturday. It'll be something completely different because we've finished with Easter. I'm probably going to show a little bit more of what's coming in the new catalogue because it's all a bit exciting. And I will be sending out information about the items that are about to retire because they're about to come on special. So keep an eye out on my Facebook page for all the information that's happening, and I will get back to you next Saturday with something completely different. It will be a card. That's all I can say. It'll be a card. Have a good week and a good Easter, and drive safe if you're travelling. Take care. Bye-bye.